Family members present crucial evidence of missing Kamal Babu's entry signature to Chief Minister N. Biren seeks immediate intervention from Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. Mizoram Speaker launches Zoe Indigenous Identity Card initiative of the Zoe Reunification Organization, highlighting United Nations recognition and protections of Zoe people's rights and amidst regional challenges. Lok Sabha MP and Amin Chief Asauddin Owaisi links Manipur violence to drug trade, slams government for inactions and call for Chief Minister's removal to end crisis and restore peace. And frustration boils over as internally displaced persons drilling in relief camps for over 19 months demand return to homes, calling for end to proxy war and government actions. Hello and welcome. You're watching ISCOM Primetime English News. This is Nancy giving you the news in details. Representatives of the Joint Action Committee, JAC, against the missing of Laisram Kamal Babu and his family members presented a key piece of evidence to Chief Minister N. Biren in the ongoing efforts to locate him. Kamal Babu, who was last seen at the 57th Mountain Division headquarters in Laimakong, had signed an entry register before entering the camp, and this signature was highlighted as an important clue in the investigation. Chief Minister Biren Singh sharing an update about the meeting held today on his X handle, reinforcing the appeal for support in resolving the case. During the meeting, the JAC members were briefed about the ongoing efforts to trace Kamal Babu with the assistance of security forces. They also expressed their concern and requested that the matter be brought to the attention of the Defence Minister, Rajnath Singh, urging for swift actions in locating Kamal Babu. While Manipur is reeling under external aggressions and threats to its indigenous communities and territorial integrity in the neighboring state of Mizoram, the Zoe Reunification Organization, ZORO, launched the Zoe Indigenous Identity Card. The official ceremony was held yesterday at the Mizoram State Legislative Assembly Speaker's Chamber, with the Speaker, Lalbiak inaugurating the initiative. In his address, Speaker Lalbiak highlighted the significance of the United Nations recognition of the Zoe people as an indigenous community. He highlighted that the United Nations Declarations on the Rights of Indigenous People adopted in 2007 was a vital framework for protecting the rights and cultural heritage of indigenous populations globally. He emphasized the importance of utilizing this declaration to safeguard the rights of the Zoe people. He also acknowledged the challenges faced by the Zoe community, including internal conflicts, but stressed that unity and cooperation could help overcome these issues. The creations of the Zoe Indigenous Identity Card, he noted, aligned with the United Nations Declaration and would serve as a vital tool to protect their rights and identity. The Zoe Indigenous Identity Card is planned to be presented before the United Nations as well as the governments of India, Myanmar and Bangladesh. Copies of the card will also be submitted to the state governments of Mizoram, Manipur, Assam and Tripura.
This idea is created with the intentions and visions of the safeguarding the rights of indigenous communities. That is, the Zoe community mainly spread across the India international boundary, Myanmar and Bangladesh under the mandate of UNDRIP. So I would like to inform you regarding the ZORO. ZORO is a registered IPO under the UNO and the affiliate of the UNPFII. Okay.
A significant speech in Parliament addressing the ongoing crisis in Manipur. He linked the violence in the state to the drug trade and stressed that the removal of the chief minister was necessary to end both the violence and the drug trade. Regarding the drug trade, OIC pointed out that although Afghanistan imposed a strict ban on opium production in 2022, it led to a serious security threat on India's eastern border with Myanmar. Myanmar has become the world's largest producer of opium, which has resulted in significant drug seizures in Manipur. He mentioned that between July 2022 and July 2023, contraband worth approximately 1,600 crore rupees was seized in the state. OIC also quoted the Deputy Director General of the Narcotics Control Bureau, who stated that the proceeds from drug trafficking are increasingly being used to fund terrorism and support armed groups. He highlighted that illicit poppy cultivation is taking place in Manipur, where factories have emerged for processing, with the drug being sent to Myanmar and then brought back into Manipur. He further mentioned the recovery of 2,600 weapons in Manipur, noting that 800 of them were sophisticated firearms sourced from outside the country. OIC suggested that the connections between the illicit drug and weapons trade could be a major factor fueling the violence in the state. The MP also criticized the government for inadequate funding for narcotics control, revealing that no funds were allocated this year for the modernization of the Narcotics Control Bureau. He added that only a meager amount of 5 crore rupees was provided for the assistance of the states and union territories in controlling narcotics. OIC also referenced the resignation of an additional superintendent of police who had previously received a gallantry award for seizing drugs. He stated that she had filed an affidavit in the Imphal High Court claiming that the sitting chief minister had obstructed her efforts, particularly when she had seized drugs worth 28 crore rupees. He insisted that the chief minister must be removed for the violence and drug trade to end in the state.
This is in relation to the drug trade, sir. Sir, in 2022, Afghanistan has imposed a stringent ban on opium production, sir. But that ban has led to a grave threat on our eastern border with Myanmar. Now, Myanmar has become the largest opium producer in the world, sir. And this has led to highest seizures in Manipur, sir. Between July 22 and July 23, sir, contraband approximately valued at 1,600 crore was seized in Manipur, sir. And the Deputy Director General of Narcotics Central Bureau has stated, I quote him, sir, proceeds of drug trafficking are increasingly being used to fund terrorism and to support armed groups. Now, what is happening, sir, in Manipur? Illicit poppy cultivation is happening. Factories have emerged. This is then sent to Myanmar and it comes back to Manipur, sir. Sir, 2,600 weapons were recovered in Manipur. Since the violence, 800 weapons, sir, sophisticated weapons, which were procured from outside the country. So this nexus of illicit drug and weapons trades could have the potential fire in the Manipur violence, sir. Sir, the modernization of Narcotics Control Bureau, not a single paisa was given this year, sir. Only a meager 5 crores allocated for assistance state duties and narcotic control, sir. And unfortunately, sir, an additional SP officer had to resign who had got a gallantry award for seizing drugs. She had given a written affidavit in the Imphal High Court that the sitting chief minister stopped her because she had seized 28 crore worth of drugs.
With the government unable to work out a solution to the protracted violent crisis that has lasted over 19 months or restore peace in the state, and as a result of Chief Minister N. Biren's alleged partisan attitude, the polarization between BJP MLAs, ministers who support N. Biren and those who do not is becoming more pronounced. Manipur Legislative Assembly Speaker Thokchom Satyabarta and Minister Yumnam Khemchan have reportedly held meetings with BJP National General Secretary Organization B.L. Santos in Delhi recently. While the exact details of the meetings remained unclear, sources suggest the discussion focused on the erosion of people's faith in the BJP as a political party and the BJP government due to the government's failure to resolve the 19-month-old Manipur crisis. The meeting also reportedly addressed the growing dissent and grievances against Chief Minister N. Biren's leadership and his handling of the crisis. It has been quite some time since Minister Y. Kemsan stopped attending meetings and government functions presided over by Chief Minister N. Biren, including cabinet meetings. Additionally, there have been instances where Minister Y. Kemjan in interviews stressed the need for a change in leadership in Manipur. On the other hand, recently MLA L. Rameswar also publicly voiced criticism of N. Biren's leadership. Internally displaced persons, IDPs, protesting at Wangu Lupa Marup Kaitel today demanded to return to their homes after being forced to live in relief camps for the past 19 months due to ongoing violence in Manipur. The protests included IDPs displaced from Sero, Suknu, Tanjeng, Napat, Chapikarong and other areas, reflecting their growing frustrations with the government's inactions. Currently residing in 4 relief camps in Wangu under Suknu Assembly constituency, the displaced persons expressed a strong desire to leave the temporary shelters provided by the government. They condemned the prolonged displacement and called on the authorities to facilitate their return and resettlement in their respective homes. Many participants shared their hardships, highlighting the struggles of living in difficult conditions with families, including children bearing the brunt of the situation. The IDPs called for an end to what they described as proxy war and stressed the need for independence and security in their own homes. They urged the government to take immediate actions to ensure their safe return and provide the necessary support for their resettlement.
Hanjinam Kari Sarkana, Natural in the Gomena, Matang Pangvilla Haragana, Koishana Dora Dai, Shasa Saraga, Lantinazar Koilam Kandeati, Alugan Anish of the Hajanimana, Equanimatum Chayani Pana, later Vomitum Sibauda, in the Gomena, Tangai Padana, Kuki Weba, Adumaba, refusing Setim, Matang Pangviraga, Makoidam to the Sina Kangam surrounding the help of me, Masika Sreta Kunanga Javicina Krana, Lujinga Salaga. Iram no ngaksen kono matam dadi inda government hanjela phani habo no lum selari madu yani to director bisu khoi image ni haijege duga si makha tarak pade khoi makha ta pamjadre ngasi ban mi sike khoi makhum do hanjin na ba inda government simor bisaka na pin view kai flip through de khoi chara han khong jang laga sirisu no ne thak si jarege.
Women in various locations across Tobal district staged a protest last night against the filing of cases against Arambai Tengol Chief Korongan Bakumant by the National Investigation Agency (NIA), as well as the arrest of village volunteers amidst the ongoing unrest in Manipur. The protesters, including members of the Maira Paibi and local clubs, voiced their concerns, arguing that both the village volunteers and Arambai Tengol have been playing a crucial role in safeguarding the Meitei community and protecting the integrity of Manipur from external threats. The protest, which took place in Chingtham, saw participants raising slogans in support of the village volunteers and calling for the revocation of the cases filed against Korongan Bakumant by the NIA, along with an end to the ongoing efforts to arrest other village volunteers. In addition, a toast rally was organized at Khongzom Bazaar by Khongzom Circle Maira Paibi and local clubs, further expressing solidarity with the coast. Protesters also conveyed their sentiments to the media, demanding justice and highlighting their concerns regarding the safety and future of their community.
Sanglaba matam si bauba lan thingaduna lagiba lan asigi damakta awa ana thidana ahing nungtil nujung sa khangtana ngasi isasing mayamna khunngakna chingkhong chingya tamna iraiba ifuru sokpa yaroi haidana khona jariba isasing ngasisu matuna ma amata sokpa yaroi imale imagi damakta ima lebaki damakta ngangliba isasing bu aikoi ima ibel aikoina macha singjigi matuna matappa yaroi haidana ai ngasi media gi thongda haijari aduga isa korong ngambagi mathakta enayana siriba maral ngasi ima ibel mayam singsina nungai taba phongdogli ngasi ikui kui dabada jiribamda thokiba thodok asida angang yauna mioi taruk hakhiba thawai nungai taba thodok adudadi ngasi india lengakna kari karamba makhalgi thodang sing lokhapira bage ngasi bawbada aduga kari maramgi damakta aikoi maitai da onjalaga kari gi damakta charge thangapiduna ngasi ima ibel gi damakta chongthoktana
chakorong ngambagi mathakta siriba enayana siriba maran singa je akoi gi mera pabi singna sunga yaningde hek hobadegi hauna akoi gi lebaga se akoi gi war sina marmaga khoi je we are suffering from that war adugi war sina marmaga khoi je amna waraga leiringi mathakchida isa singjina thokpiraktuna ima lebak kandaba yade akoi leiringi da ima lebak ki lebak machira majitumna pakwa bawa mirai chamirok tumna loba yaro haina chongthoktuna ngasidagi how de landu dagi how ngasi pabo mokoina chongthoktuna mathai khubakta haptuna marebaki damakta thoglak-tuna sibana abakhang dagai singa chingkhong da mokoina hona biraga makoida paliba ena paliba kesinga se akoi gi mera pabi singna sunga yaningde mase yaba sunga ngamoy makoida siriba maransinga je lokthokpiu makoida siriba maransinga je lokthokpi pawa akoi gi khongjom bazar gi apunba khongjom sappa madagi akoi gi apunba mera pabi kala.
Security forces conducted such operations and area domination in the fringe and vulnerable areas of both Hill and Valley District. During the operation, a significant case of weapons and ammunition was recovered. The items seized include 1 SLR with a magazine, 1 SMG carbine with a magazine, 1 12-bore double-barrel gun, 1 9mm pistol, 1 32mm pistol, 6 36 HE grenades, 2 detonators, 2 tube launchers, 39 live ammunition rounds, 1 Baofeng walkie-talkie with a charger, and 5 arming rings. These items were found in the foothill areas of Phungai-Ching, Ngamukong in Thoubal district. The Chief Secretary of Manipur today conducted comprehensive review of healthcare facilities and infrastructure in the Valley District. The meeting was attended by the Special Secretary, Health and Family Welfare, Director of Health Services, State Mission Director, Deputy Commissioners, Chief Medical Officers, and state-level nodal officers. During the meeting, Deputy Commissioners and Chief Medical Officers presented reports highlighting challenges such as shortages in human resources, infrastructure deficiencies, and specific district-level issues, including the lack of ambulance services. The Chief Secretary issued several key directives to address these issues. These include optimizing the deployment of available human resources, ensuring closer oversight of district health facilities by Deputy Commissioner, and creating a comprehensive infrastructure development plan for PHCs, and CHCs. The meeting also focused on the rising prevalence of non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and cancer, with the NCD team tasked to recommend preventive and curative measures. Additionally, state-level officers were advised to ensure flexible drug allocation to districts based on needs. The meeting reaffirmed the government's commitment to improving healthcare access and addressing challenges in the Valley districts. Yesterday, the Chief Secretary reviewed the health facilities and infrastructure issues in the Hill districts to improve healthcare services and ensure equitable access to quality care. During the meeting, Deputy Commissioners and Chief Medical Officers from the Hill district highlighted challenges such as shortages of human resources, infrastructures deficiencies, and issues with ambulance availability and public-private partnership mode health facilities. Joshi directed the Special Secretary and Director of Health Services to develop a model for optimizing the deployment of medical personnel, including specialists and technicians, to fill critical gaps. Regarding blood banks, he instructed the creation of a strategic plan to ensure their operationalization in districts lacking such facilities. Tensions among the peoples of Ketrigao following an unfortunate event have been settled after a meeting with the concerned authorities and the Ketrigao Meitei Pangal United Clubs, KMPUC. A release issued by the General Secretary of KMPUC stated that there are no roadblocks or bans in the area under the club's jurisdiction. The release also appealed to the public to refrain from spreading any rumors regarding the matter. World Soil Day was celebrated at the Koinonia Training School in Chandel with an awareness program organized by the Chandel Forest Division. The event was attended by around 750 students from the school and saw the presence of key figures including the Divisional Forest Officer DFO of Chandel, Dr. N. Munal Meitei, and the headmaster of the Koinonia School, T.S. Bahadur, and who presided over the event. During his speech, Dr. Munal emphasized that environmental conservation is often associated with air and water, but the crucial role of soil in maintaining a healthy environment is frequently overlooked. He explained that the soil contributes significantly by absorbing carbon dioxide with a substantial reduction in the gas presence as a result of its interactions with the earth. Dr. Munal also highlighted that 95% of human beings depend on soil for their food and other necessities. The DFO encouraged the students to adopt better practices for preserving soil health. Discussing methods like crop rotation and forest regeneration and emphasizing their importance in maintaining soil quality, he appealed to the students and the local community to engage in such practices for the sustainable future of their environment. A book titled Anisuba Lanjao Matungi Manipuri Nupisingna Iba Sahitya Nainaba, which delves into the contributions of women writers from Manipur between 1942 and 1990, was officially released today at Lilong Higher Secondary School. The book, authored by Dr. Sanasambita Devi, based on her research at Manipur University, was published by Wangjam Rosen Kumar Meitei from Thobal, Kekmand. The book release event saw the participation of several figures, including Sahitya Academy awardee Birendrajit Nauram, the principal of Lilong Higher Secondary School, Dr. Ningombam Santa, former lecturer Saikhom Chauba, assistant professor of Ka Manipur College, Dr. Tensubam Kunjeswar, and assistant professor of Waikom Mani Girls College, Kangabam Sadananda, all of whom serve as presidium members. The occasion was marked with a torching moment of silence observed for 2 minutes to honor the life lost in the ongoing violence that has affected the state. Dr. H. Rebala Devi, Associate Professor of DM University, delivered a review of the book, providing insights into its content and significance. In her address, Dr. Sanasambita Devi emphasized the importance of the book, highlighting the often overlooked role of women writers in shaping the literary landscape of Manipur during the 1942 to 1990 period. She expressed the hope that her work would inspire further research and recognition of the contributions of these women whose works have had a lasting impact on the region's cultural and literary heritage. The blessing-seeking ceremony for the fourth features film of pros and cons film titled Aroiba Wail was held today at the Manipur Press Club in Imphal. The event was attended by renowned actor and cultural activist Narendra Ningombam and veteran actor J. Vidya Ningthauza as the dignitaries. The film is produced in collaboration with Action Mania Pictures and Kangleiwood Cinema. The story, screenplay, and dialogue for the film were written by Binoranjan Oinam. Cinematography was handled by Sanjoy Chingambam and Nandaras Film. The main cast of Aroiba Wail includes prominent actors such as Avi Kundrakpam, Itoy Oinam, J. Vidya Ningthauza, Narendra Ningombam, Kekmand Ratan, and Keke. The film's directions and editing were carried out by Datamo D.T. Sharma. The music for the film was composed by Gleason Taudam with lyrics by Nganba Luang. The vocals were provided by Pusparani and Nganba Luang. The action sequences were choreographed by Bablu Maitai, the fight director. In connections with the 62 Raising Day of the Manipur Home Guards, which falls tomorrow, personnel of the 4th Battalion Home Guard in Thoubal district organized a cleanliness drive at various key areas of the district. The drive, conducted under supervision of CO of Home Guard S. Sachidananda and SP of Thoubal, Rakesh Balwant, included the Thoubal District Hospital, Thoubal Court and Thoubal Complex. The commander of the 4th Battalion, Mohammad Abdul Salam, called on the public to dispose of waste and garbage in the proper places and to refrain from throwing them on the streets and in drains. He also appealed to the people of Manipur to participate in maintaining a clean Manipur.
Hospital, Hairu Mapama Siki Campus Manu Sidai Koi, Lunana, Hamnabagi, Pandamta, Koi Siamba, Sengokcha, Javani, Aduga, Koi, Niamda, Koina, Dr. Sanga, Ibala, Ivasim Sidai Koina, Dayumba, Mapam Hata Mapoida, Haining Badi, Mapam Masha Laki, Balayang, Balaki, Visina, I could give bottles, Gumba, Pata, how teaching. Dr. Manu was in campus the Saitoki Danava, Saila Apila.
The Department of Fisheries, in collaboration with the ICAR Central Institute of Freshwater Aquaculture, ICAR-CIFTA, Bhubaneswar, distributed lakhs of fish fingerlings to flood-affected fish farmers in Manipur. The distribution event took place today at the Directorate of Fisheries, Manipur Office Complex in Lamphel under the ICAR-CIFTA NEH Outreach Program. According to reports, the Director of Fisheries, Haisnam Balkrishna Singh, along with other fisheries officials, distributed pengba and Indian major carp fingerlings to approximately 200 flood-affected fish farmers from 5 valley districts of Manipur, including Imphal West, Imphal East, Bisnupur, Thoubal, and Kakching. During the outreach program, the director expressed his deep gratitude to Dr. P.K. Sahu, Director of ICAR-CIFA Bhubaneswar, and Dr. Subendu Adhikari, Principal Scientist at ICAR-CIFA, for their valuable support in assisting the flood-affected fish farmers. He emphasized that the distributions of fingerlings would help restore the farmers' economic activities and boost fish production in the region. The Krishi Samriddhi Swarna Week Kamd Farmers Fair was inaugurated today at Namdulong village by ICAR KVK Tamenglong in collaboration with ICAR Research Complex for NEH Region Manipur Center, Lamphel Imphal. The event was graced by Mission Director of MIDH and District Horticulture Officer of Tamenglong, Chungong Pamay, as the chief guest. The inaugural day features a variety of exhibits with 10 stalls displaying diverse commodities including floriculture, local vegetables, fruits, processed products, tree beans, and a fast food stall. Additionally, the program provided valuable inputs such as seeds for cabbage, garden pea, field pea, palak, radish, coriander, cauliflower, beetroot, onion, mustard, and poultry chicks, which were distributed to the farmers attending the event. The week-long program, scheduled till December 10, is set to include exhibition training sessions on various agricultural and allied sectors, awareness program, live webcasting, film shows, methods demonstrations, and farmer-scientist interactions. These activities will be held across different locations in the districts, including Khopum, Tupul, and Noni. A total of 125 farmers from various villages, including Sangji, Tupul, Noni, Ijairong, Kundong, Makwam, Kopum, Tamenglong, and Namdunglong participated in the day-long program. The funeral for the 10 Kuki militants killed in a retaliatory fire for the CRPF during the terror attack at Jiribam was held at the Peace Ground in Churachandpur district of Manipur. Along with the 10 militants, 2 other individuals were also buried. The 12 bodies were laid to rest at the site. After the bodies of the 10 militants were airlifted from Silchar Medical College and Hospital in Assam, following post-mortem, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, ITLF, decided to delay the funeral. The forum chose not to proceed with the burial until the post-mortem reports were received. Once the reports were obtained, the ITLF proceeded with the funeral. The ceremony took place today, and the bodies of the militants were laid to rest alongside the 2 other bodies. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, successfully launched the European Space Agency's ESA Proba-3 mission today, marking a significant milestone in international space collaboration. The mission was carried aboard ISRO's trusted PSLV C-59 rocket with liftoff at 4:04 p.m. Indian Standard Time from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, following a smooth countdown. The launch had been rescheduled today after an anomaly was detected in the satellite propulsion system yesterday. The Proba-3 mission comprises 2 satellites, the Coronagraph, which weighs 310 kilograms, and the Occulter, which weighs 240 kilograms. These satellites are designed to study the sun's corona, the outermost layer of its atmosphere. ISRO Chairman S. Somanath confirmed the success of the mission, noting that the launch had been accomplished flawlessly. Top NDA leaders, including Union Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP National President JP Nadda, and UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, arrived in Mumbai today for the Grand Maharashtra CM swearing-in ceremony, which took place this evening at Azad Maidan. Devendra Fadnavis has been sworn in as Maharashtra's Chief Minister after 5 years, while Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde and NCP Chief Ajit Pawar have also taken oath as his deputies. Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the event. Curtains were brought down from the Maharashtra, the CM's name, ending over week-long suspense yesterday. Fadnavis was elected as the leader at the BJP's Legislative Party meeting in Mumbai in the presence of central observers Nirmala Sitharaman and Vijaya Rupani. Fadnavis, Shinde and Pawar met the governor last evening to stake a claim to form the government, where they were invited to the oath-taking ceremony held today. Now the headlines once again. JSC and family members present crucial evidence of missing Kamal Babu's entry signature to Chief Minister and Biren, seeks immediate interventions from Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. Mizoram Speaker launches Jaw Indigenous Identity Card initiatives of the Jaw Reunification Organization, highlighting United Nations recognition and protections of Jaw people's rights amid regional challenges. Lok Sabha MP and AMIM Chief Asauddin OIC leaks Manipur violence to drug trade, slams government for inactions and calls for Chief Minister removal to end crisis and restore peace. And frustrations on boils over an internally displaced persons reeling in relief camps for over 19 months demand return to homes, calling for end to proxy war and government actions. Now that's all for today's bulletin. Thank you for watching ISCOM Primetime English News. Have a good night.